What happened? Yesterday it was looking bleak. People were predicting Bitcoin going to 20,000. And all of a sudden we have a huge recovery back above. Look at this. 26,000. That's a pretty good recovery, right? That's a V-shape. That's what you call a V-shaped recovery. So I'm actually a little bit early. The market bell didn't ring yet. But today you could see that it's not looking so good for the U.S. market, right? But these days, Bitcoin and crypto does not really move with the U.S. market. They have like kind of decoupled, so to speak, right? There's the market bell. That was a little bit too early there. But we'll see what the market. We'll see what the market does today in the U.S. Although, like I said, they have pretty much decoupled, but it's good to see Bitcoin right back above. Now, yesterday, one of my major points was don't be fearful of that death cross. Okay, now it's early. It's only been like 12 hours, but I told you guys a lot of times when a death cross happens, because it's a lagging indicator, that you actually find bottom and reverse, right? But there were many people that were hung up on a death cross. People said, well, we're going to go way below, go back to 20,000, right? Well, it didn't happen. Now, not saying it can't. Like I said, it's early. It can flip, go, and go back down. But this kind of shows you that the bulls, the long-term holders, are not giving up. No way. They are not going anywhere. And the fundamentals of Bitcoin has never been better. I've been saying that for a long time. People don't want to listen. But it's true. It's true, and I'll show you a little bit more about that. All right, what else is going on? Well, let's talk about, of course, Bitcoin. Why did we bounce back? Okay, why all of a sudden it looks so scary? I even talked about the FTX situation, right? And the death cross and everything else that's going on a global scale, macro scale. It looks so scary. Why did it bounce back? Well, quite simply, it was just oversold. That's it. From a technical standpoint, people are saying, well, look at this line showing this and this, and it's bounced back. I mean, quite honestly, that's how you explain it. When it gets very scary, that's usually a sign of a reversal, right? The phrase, buy when others are fearful and sell when others are greedy. I mean, that's where that comes from, right? Yesterday, it seemed like it was so doom and gloom all over, and it didn't make a whole lot of sense, right? You never give up on Bitcoin, especially when the fundamentals keep on improving. So look at this graph right here. Someone charted two things. The gray is Bitcoin's price right now, okay? You look at the black line is representing the exchange reserves. And you could clearly see since 2020, it's been dropping and dropping and dropping. And what is that orange line? Well, that's a supply last active 10 years. That's people that are holding on Bitcoin for 10 plus years. Do you see that number go down? No. It keeps on going up. And it's the same thing. Supply last active 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. They're all at all-time highs. This is part of the fundamentals. Long-term holders and even short-term holders, no one is leaving. When you have such strong conviction and faith among Bitcoin holders, no matter how much FUD there is, and no matter how much short-term volatility there is, it does not matter. We continue to HODL and we continue to DCA because we know Bitcoin is the future. We know Bitcoin will surpass its previous high one day and form a new high, like it always has, right? So that does not change. This is part of the fundamental. And you could see supply and demand, right? Supply is plummeting. Wait for the next halving event and then the one after that. We will see Bitcoin's supply. If we redo this graph, you will see that the exchange reserves will go all the way down, possibly to 2015, 2014 levels. That's when it will become much, much harder to buy Bitcoin because it will be much, much more expensive. right? This shows the same thing. Long-term holder supply, right? Keeps on going up and up and up and up. And the only time it deviates really is when we have a bullish top. Okay, so whenever we top out, why does the long-term holder supply go down? It's not that it goes down, it's the short-term holders go up. Whenever we have a parabolic run, like back in 2017 when we hit 20,000 and like 2021 when we hit 64,000, right? That's when retail investors came in and FOMO'd, right? So that's why you see that little dip, right? But it's funny that retail investors, non-Bitcoiners, like to FOMO towards the top, yet they disappear when there's low prices out there, right? Like if you love Bitcoin at 60,000, why would you not love Bitcoin more at 26,000? It doesn't make any sense, right? Well, it does. I get it, but I'm making a comparison here, right? You're shopping for a car, your favorite car. Now, you could buy it for 60% off. Why would you not take advantage of it, right? It's kind of the same situation. But over time, people will know because long-term holders will continue to buy and hold and buy and hold and buy and hold until one day the supply is so scarce, it's going to be too late. Too late. That's when Bitcoin will be above $1 million each, right? And let's not forget, a lot of talk about ETFs. That talk did not go away. It's still being talked, and it's still going to happen. Bloomberg Analyst says $150 billion coming to the Bitcoin market once BlackRock's ETF gets approved. That's only the beginning. That's only the beginning. But yeah, 150 billion injection into Bitcoin, that's going to make some moves for sure. Okay, so that is awesome, and they're not the only ones. We got 7 other players like Grayscale and Van Eyck and Invesco and everyone else that are jumping in as well, and Vanguard too, and they're huge too. Everyone is jumping into Bitcoin, right? Every single person, and you got innovations happening too. David Marcus, who is now the CEO of a Lightning Network firm for Bitcoin, says that Bitcoin will bring global payments out of the fax era, right? He's talking about the Swifts of the world, which still takes sometimes days or weeks to process transactions, and they're very costly, right? Lightning Network, along with Bitcoin, can help eliminate that. So you got a lot of innovations also happening, right?